Hi there, my name's Kaylee, Shay's at rehearsal, and we're paying off some big debt in the Big Apple. I still feel like it'd be fun to have a little jaunty tune there, but Shay disagrees with me, I don't know. Hello and happy Tuesday. I am here to discuss, crap, I'm so bad at this, my 2024 annual goals. We are doing both monthly challenges for Shay's brain, and I like to keep track of my annual goals just because it makes things more tangible for my brain. I have made them prettier. Those of you who have been watching the channel for a little while may recall last year where I would record and just show you this. I'll just pull it up right now. This stunning, beautiful worksheet that I made. And I realized that maybe presenting it in a more beautiful way would be good and make people happy. Or just me happy. All good things. And while we do have the monthly challenges and other things that we're working on, I still like to check in on these things and just see where we're at. I think Shay doesn't enjoy these quite as much because they are not like tangible things that we can like change or alter in a lot of ways, especially because we're focusing on paying off student loans and such this year. So these are things that are easy for my brain to conceptualize as progress, but not necessarily things we're changing. You know, we're not like saving 90% of our income to achieve financial independence. We're just paying off student loans week over week. But when you are making small financial changes, it sometimes feels tedious. I'm having a good time. I like this stuff a lot, and I really enjoy it. The channel helps a lot, but it's just sometimes just week over week, make a student loan payment, stay in budget if you can. All those little things. It's hard to conceptualize, and they don't feel very tangible. So I like to do these videos and check in and see its impact. I like to see the impact of the things we're doing on a day-to-day basis. And I understand that Shay looks at this and sees like, okay, numbers on a screen changed, but what do we do? And I think that's super fair. But for me, I need this to make sure that everything matters. It sounds kind of dramatic, but whatever. So we'll just jump right in. I will kind of discuss what we're tracking and why as we go. The wedding fund. We are getting married to each other. And we need to pay for it. And it's not cheap, and I don't like putting things on credit cards that I can't pay off in the moment. So we're not going to. So we've been saving up a lot. We continue to save up a lot. Bonuses, tax returns, all of Shay's acting money, any gifts we get, like everything goes towards the wedding. So our minimum goal is $10,000, and it's looking like we might be a little over that, but that's okay. Right now we are at $7,800. So we're pretty well on track. Our tax return should be coming in soon. We'll be putting some money towards it. Shay is in a show again right now, and we're putting that money towards it. So it's looking pretty good. We might go slightly over budget with a tent rental that we need to be having an outdoor wedding. So small tent. Not big tent, not like a huge tent, but just, you know, literal covered patio kind of thing. But I think we'll be all right. Everything else is looking pretty good. We're like final numbers and things are rolling in. Some of this money also, we don't just have $7,800 sitting in a savings account. We've been spending as we go, as we book things, and deposits and weddings are not cheap. So I promise things are booked. For those of you who go in, Kaylee, you need to book things. It's February. You're getting married in June. You're right. And I promise we did. We have a photographer, we have a venue, we have a food booked, all that stuff. We're good. Totally good. A down payment. After we get married, we would like to start saving for a house. But right now, we are not because we have to get married first. So after the wedding, after we're done saving all our extra money for the wedding, the big party we're throwing about it, we will be saving all that money for a down payment and buying an apartment. And if you don't live in New York City, that probably sounds a little crazy, but buying an apartment is just like buying a starter home for anywhere else. It's just like buying a condo, basically, but it's similar vibes. But yeah, so we're going to starting in July. You'll probably see this number start to go up, but for now, wedding. Fully funded emergency fund is, again, we're paying off student loans, and that's the main focus right now, so we're not dumping a bunch of extra money into the emergency fund. I have some money in a high yield savings account, and I'm just kind of letting it roll as it hits interest, and it's just rolling, and so that's going up little by little. But I'm not contributing to this fund at all, but I'd like to know where I'm at with it. As of the end of January, the balance in this account is $2,644.05. It's going to keep rolling. It's got a 5-something% interest rate right now. I'm not really contributing to it at all. I would like to, but there's only so many dollars that come into the bank. What are you going to do? Fat FIRE. FIRE, if you don't know, is Financial Independence Retire Early. It is a movement of people who want to be financially independent, and I like it, and I appreciate them, and I want to be one of them. As somebody with a large amount of student loan debt, that is difficult, but I still like to track where I'm at. And I use this spreadsheet. This is a downloadable from budgetsaresexy.com. I'm not affiliated with them at all, just grateful for their spreadsheet. So all you do is you plug in your numbers here. So here's my 401k, Roth IRA, my brokerage account, Shay's Roth IRA, all those things. And then you input your withdrawal rate, which is the amount of money you want to withdraw when you hit retirement. And so if I were to retire right now with the amount of money we have currently set aside, I would get just under $1,900 a year, which adds up to $156.63 a month, which I looked up recently and is not enough money to live on in this world anywhere. So, unfortunately, I will continue to work. Just kidding. I like my job. Would be nice to retire. The fat part of Fat FIRE is when you do all that and you retire early and you have way more money than anyone could ever need and you live a very lavish lifestyle, which is the goal. But unless Shay books a Marvel movie, I don't think that's going to happen. And she hasn't auditioned for any recently. Or ever. So I don't think we're going to get there. $156.63. I just track that monthly. It's fun for me. This really, I know that I believe we can hit financial independence, but it's going to be pretty close to regular retirement age, which is fine. I like my job. I'll keep doing it. But I do like to track it because it makes me happy. That's all. My gross annual income last year, around this time, it's coming up on a 1-year anniversary. I got a drastic increase in income with a promotion that was very unexpected. Well, not expected. I interviewed for the job, but then they gave it to me, which was unexpected. And then, so I've been tracking my gross income for a long while, and I like to just know, I think it's a good anchor point for my brain, because as somebody who was very broke and poor for quite a while, it's nice to see where I'm at just as the year goes on. So for those of you who were around when I was doing this last year, I think it was around September that I beat the year before's entire gross annual income, which was nice. I just like to track it as we go. So this will be a running total throughout the year. So by the end of January, I had $8,023.08 of gross income. And then, 401k contribution, benefits, state taxes, city taxes, federal taxes, all that stuff came out before it hit my bank account. But what are you going to do? All right, student loan balance. For those who are new and those who have been around, honestly, everyone. Just a good reminder, I am in my student loan pay down era. I think I said that already. I don't care. It is everything about my whole personality is just about paying down the student loans right now. Just ask Shay. I'm probably driving her nuts. But I've been working on this for quite a while, and it's going to be a while that I continue working on it because it's a decent balance. But when they went back into full repayment in August of 2023, it's only been that long. Feels like it's been way longer, doesn't it? Wild. I made a large payment I'd been saving throughout the pandemic, and we've just been paying every single week, and we will continue to do that. And those payments, every time I get a raise or any new income or anything, I raise that weekly payment up a little bit every single time, just because I am now entering a world where I can see a future with no student loans in my life, and I didn't expect that at any point. So I'm getting excited about it. Unfortunately, we got a long ways to go because the balance right now is $146,633. It's no joke, but we're doing all we can. And we're making progress because this started at 171. So we're going to see that number drop as we go on, and that is good. Oy. Okay, last but not least, my net worth. I get a surprising amount of joy out of tracking this. I think it's because, you know, we do a lot of little things, right? We follow the budget, we adjust this, we tweak that, as we pay down the student loans, my increase in income, combining finance, like all these things on our day-to-day budget have little impact. But then tracking my net worth, I've seen a lot of crazy progress over the last year. I can tell you how much progress, actually. Womp womp. At the end of 2022, my net worth was negative $145,000. And right now, it's negative $88,000, which is just kind of a wacky progress when you think about it. It's such a short amount of time in the grand scheme of things. So I enjoy tracking this quite a bit. It makes me feel like it's really, you know, the impact of the work that we're doing is very visible when I look at it in this way. And it makes my brain happy. So that's it for me on this Tuesday. Just wanted to check in, drop in, see how things are going. Going all right? We will make another video about how our January declutter challenge went. And we are now into February, so it is time for selling secondhand items. And that is not, no, we haven't done anything at all. We really, it's nothing. I can't stress enough. But we're gonna. It might, no, we're gonna. Like, some stuff is gonna happen for sure. It's just, it's tough, man. It's tough out here. It's cold outside. I don't know. It's we'll do a recap of how January went. January was successful. I would say our declutter went really well. And yeah, that's all from me on this February 6th, 2024. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you Friday.